Hello. So I am looking for patients, clients that have been diagnosed with some kind of illness, and that inside of them, they just have this feeling that there's something else that they can do in order to heal whatever it is they've been diagnosed with. Because I know that once we are diagnosed with an illness, often in the medical industry, often people are just told there's no cure, and here's some medication. The medication is going to help you, it's going to treat the symptom, and perhaps the medication does help you because it does treat the symptom. However, that medication is not treating the root cause, so that means that we're just really numbing out what's really going on inside. And I do believe now, and I believed this when I first started retraining as a hypnotherapist. So I started my career as a in finance. I worked in finance for 22 years, corporate finance, and I was nudged to retrain, move into hypnotherapy, and I started to do that. And even though when I did move into hypnotherapy, I was not taught that these illnesses could be cured through hypnotherapy. In fact, really, the teaching was that we could make life easier, increase quality of life, which absolutely hypnotherapy does do that. However, I soon realised I had this feeling inside that no, I just know the body's more powerful than that. I just had this feeling that the body could self heal itself, and it took me on a really deep journey of having to really go through a healing myself, to take off all these programs that we are programmed with to make us believe that we are powerless, and that the body is also this powerless meat machine. And I've come to know that that's not the truth, that the body is a divine technology, and the body is designed to regenerate itself, to bring back balance, vibrance, and it can do that when it's got the right environment. And by right environment, what do I mean? Well, we have to clear out the trauma that has got stuck within the body. As children, if we go through trauma, and everyone on this planet goes through trauma as children, as we go, because we are severed from our souls, we are cut off. We are illusionary, cut off from our souls, which as well is the journey that I've been on to reconnect to the soul. And it's not just the body actually that does the healing at this point, it is the body and the soul fully incarnating into the body. But I started to realise that we all go through this trauma and it gets frozen inside the body. It's like blocking up our pipes, so to speak. And as that happens, well, the energy can't flow through the body. The energy can't flow through the body, then it's like it's getting all like congealed, stuck. It's like the system starts to break down. So what's really happening is, as we're going through trauma as children, and there's nowhere for us to go, we can't get out of those experiences. Perhaps we don't feel safe at home, perhaps we're being bullied at school. There can be many different reasons why we are constantly under stress as children, and there's nowhere for us to go. So what actually happens is we actually go into the freeze response of the fight, flight and freeze. So the nervous system starts to freeze that trauma because it's got nowhere to put it. So if you actually watched an animal, when an animal is getting chased, once that chase is finished, once the animal is safe, out of danger, it'll actually normally drop to the floor and start shaking. It's shaking off all that excess energy, and then it'll get up and it'll just get on with its day and it's fine. Whereas for humans, if we don't get to a point where during childhood where we feel safe, if we're always feeling a little bit unsafe, which most of us do as children, and then there's no point where the body can shake off that trauma and return back to homeostasis, come back into its balance. So what tends to happen is that trauma gets frozen, and what's happening is the nervous system is waiting. It's waiting for a time when it feels safe, when the body feels loved and safe, and it has the right environment, the space to heal. It will start to release that trauma. But often what happens is we go straight from childhood into working like slaves, into the slave system, where we work long hours, we are under stress due to money, so many reasons why we are put under stress in this environment that we find ourselves in, which means that the body never really feels like it is safe, or that we are in a position where it can start to release that trauma. So eventually, if the body can't do that, if we are under stress all the time, we have normalized stress, so we believe it is normal, but it is not normal to live like that. then it's going to start to break down the body eventually. So I have come to a point on my journey after a lot of deep healing myself, so I did go into hypnotherapy, but I started to go much deeper than hypnotherapy and move into soul therapy, move into energy work, move into starting to learn about the energy system within the body. We are energy. At our essence, we are soul, and the soul is extremely powerful, and as is the body with the right environment. And as the human part of us, it's for us as the human part to give the body that environment so the healing can take place. So that is what I've started to do with my clients, as I've come around to really going deep into that. So there was a point when I first started where I got my two of my first clients when I left my full-time job to pursue hypnotherapy with two terminally ill cancer patients. And at the time I was still I still hadn't fully healed all the parts of me. So I was afraid to just be like, your body can completely heal itself. We just need to bring the soul into all this. I wasn't at that level yet. I hadn't gone that deep. I was scared to disappoint them, to give them false hope. We have these programs where we program to believe that false hope is something really bad, like don't give someone false hope. And we have also I started to realize we have these deep wounds around disappointment, and it sounds so blah, like wound around disappointment, but we do. And it's in the disappointment that we feel as children is a deep heartbreak that we go through as we start to feel abandoned, rejected, and all of this stuff creates these wounds. And then we have to really we're trying to protect ourselves. So I didn't realize it at the time when I was working with these patients that I was really trying to protect myself and protect them from feeling more pain if it didn't turn out to be the truth. If so, whilst I knew it was possible, there were still beliefs within me that made me doubt it and think, well, what if it isn't true? What if I'm not right? Because I've got all this 37 years at the time of conditioning and programming from the medical industry saying that it's not possible. But I'm now at a point where I've done that healing and I know it absolutely is possible. It is possible. I believe 100% it is possible for us to heal disease and illness within the body. Now, I am not allowed to say that in terms of, I am allowed to, I can say what I want because I'm a free human being. I'm a sovereign human being and I can say what I want. And but what I want to be is really honest and clear with you is that I cannot guarantee that if you decided to work with me and we go on this deep healing journey, that it would cure the illness or disease. I can't guarantee that, but I believe 100% it is massively possible. Why can't I guarantee that, right? It's not because I don't believe that the body has the capabilities of doing that or that the soul has the capabilities of doing that. I know both of those things are true. It is because each and every one of us has a contract with our soul self, has a contract with Mother, Father, God, with Source, in terms of what we came here to do in this life. And it is the contract for some people to leave their life at a certain point through certain illnesses. That is the contract that they hold. And it's for many, I can't tell you all of the reasons why that is, but there's many different reasons why a soul may decide that within their life to learn different things. So I don't know what that contract is, and I cannot override that contract. And it's actually not me. When you go on this journey, if you choose to go on this journey with me, it's not actually me, Corinne, the human self, doing the healing, but I am I'm creating the space, I'm giving you the tools, I'm inviting you into that healing. It's not even you as your human self. You, again, you are the one that is taking the steps, is doing the actions that I asked you to do, but it is your soul and it is your body that is doing the healing. So it's the soul's consciousness. The body holds its own consciousness, it is intelligent and it is alive, and the soul is, that is the force beyond that which the logical mind can understand. I mean, you already know within your body, right? It has all these things that it does without you knowing logically how it does it. So we make space. And we allow the soul to come in to work with the body to do the healing. And really what we focus on is actually healing the trauma from the past, moving out all that's got blocked and stuck in the body that creates these energy imbalances. So as we do that, we allow more soul to come in, we allow healing to take place, and the side effect of healing, I believe, will then can be absolutely possible the dissolving of the illness or the disease, because I see the illness and the disease really as a messenger signal. It's a message. It's your body trying to communicate with you that something is out of balance inside. Something needs to change in order for the body to restore itself back into its full health. I really do believe that the body is made to regenerate itself, not degenerate itself. Again, illness, disease has been normalized within our society. So I cannot promise this, but I am looking now, but I do feel so confident now that it is so possible. And for those people that can open up their mind to believe that there is more, in fact, you'll feel it as a nudge within your soul where you feel there is more. There is more. This, you are not helpless, even if you feel helpless. So I am looking to really be able to have some test cases and to be able to prove what I fully believe is now possible and what I'm no longer afraid to say through fear of disappointing people. I'll be totally upfront and honest with what I can do to help you. But I believe if this program that I've created is a very deep healing program, that if you follow it, then worst case scenario is that you increase your quality of life. So that's the worst case scenario. You increase your quality of life. Best case scenario, you heal, you cure the illness or the disease that is the messenger signal in your life right now. So because I am looking to, I've been doing this work for a long time in terms of working with people with things, with really just improving their lives. So in order to create these test cases, with people that are willing, that are open-minded, that want to try something new, that are not accepting or happy with what they've been told by the doctors, that know inside that your fate is not in the hands of another. And that's why I say, your fate is not in the hands of me, neither. I can't guarantee it, because it is in the hands of you, your soul self, your body, your human self that cooperates with that, and Mother, Father, God, Source. It is in those hands. It's not in the hands of a doctor. So if you feel a nudge and a pull to do it, I am looking to do this work with maybe about 11 people as the test cases. And so I will do it at a heavily discounted rate from what I would normally charge. I put a lot into this. I am absolutely committed to this. And you will know as you start to work with me that I bring a lot for that, but there has to be an energy exchange, so there still will be a charge, but it will definitely be heavily discounted. And I will say this as well, that if at the end of it, so I also require a commitment of 8 sessions. That is a commitment that I require, and we do the sessions every 2 weeks, and there will be things to do between the sessions, and I require, but we'll go into this in more detail if you're interested and you want to talk about it. So I need that commitment back from you as well, in terms of taking those steps, committing to this healing journey, because like I say, I can't actually do it for you, but I can make it simple and so much easier and invite you into that healing space. I'm not a traditional hypnotherapist anymore, and what I do, it's the sessions are normally about 2 hours long, 2.5 hours. And the first hour we are talking, we are interacting. It's an energy transmission. It's really starting to unearth those subconscious beliefs that keep us blocked. It's really getting to the root of the trauma. And then the last half of it we spend in deep, deep meditation, which is so powerful for healing. So it is the most simplest way to heal that I have found. And it is fun and it is engaging as well. Yes, there will be times during the healing that it is uncomfortable, but so what is what I'm going to say, because if we avoided being uncomfortable all the time, well, we'd still be crawling around on the floor. So the programs of the false matrix want us to avoid ever feeling uncomfortable, like there's something bad in there. But actually, within that uncomfortable space is growth and is healing. So I will lead you into that. I will support you every step of the way. I will be with you every step of that way, and it will be a journey that you will find engaging, exciting at times, even though at times it may be uncomfortable. It's not going to be uncomfortable in the way that you perhaps fear when it comes to doing this deep healing. It's often the fear of fear that stops us from going in and doing that deep healing. So I lost my train of thought. Actually, what I was going to say was, if at the end of it you don't feel like it's shifted you in any way, that it has made your life more, it has increased the quality of your life. If you don't feel that is the truth, then I would give you back half of the money as well. I'm not going to say all of it because, like I say, it's a lot of energy and I have to put a lot into it to work with clients. But I would do that because I'm so sure that even worst case scenario, it will improve the quality of your life, that you will be embodying that by the end of the 8 sessions with me. So if you are interested, please do email me in the first instance. I've put my email. My email is info@schange.co.uk. If you email me, we can arrange a face-to-face chat and we can just have a discussion. We can take it from there. Thank you.